Ladies and gentlemen, it used to take me forever to try to figure this out. How to get the bird's mouth on a, what I want to call a roof joist, because it's not really a rafter, but how to get that bird's mouth on there without having to use all the crazy math that you learn in geometry to try to figure out how you're going to get this bird's mouth done. So let me show you a really easy way to do it. You don't need a calculator, you don't need any paper or anything like that. All you need is a pencil, and you need one of these, or you don't even need one of these. All you need is just a piece of wood that's about 3/4 of an inch thick, and that thickness is what's going to give you the thickness of your bird's mouth right there. So let me show you. I'll try to show you without my phone falling off the top over here. So as you can see, I went ahead and turned this piece around just to show you how I do it. So like I say, you're going to go ahead and take a square or any piece of wood really, and you're going to line it up against the outside. All right, so this is the outside of the structure. All right, you're going to line it up nice and straight. So you're going to make sure that you line it up straight, and then you're just going to draw a line straight up. Now that line, as you can see, is not a right angle. So this angle from here to here is less than 90 degrees, right? And that's what you want to capture. And then you're going to take your square or your piece of wood, you're going to put it flat up against this. It's got to be flat. This part has to be flat up against this wood, right? Because this is going to mimic how flat this is going to lay on your wood, right? Now, forgive me, I don't have the vocabulary, all right? I'm not a professional builder, but you put it nice and flat on there, and then you go like this. Now, take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You now have the outline of your bird's mouth. And once you cut this out, and you make sure that it fits right in several parts of your roof, you can go ahead and use your first one as like a jig to draw out the lines for the rest of the ones that you're going to need. Now let's go ahead and take a little walk, ladies and gentlemen. Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, today is the 4th day of June. And yes, you see me wearing a jacket because it's like 43 degrees outside right now. I think this is going to become one of those things that I talk about during the beginning of all of my videos throughout the summer. Can you believe that it is July 4th and it is 45 degrees outside? Let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope we have some pretty nice weather for at least a couple of weeks this year. And then the rest doesn't really matter because we're just getting ready for winter anyways. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it takes only one. There's only one that it takes in order for us to be able to make a difference. And yes, I know that this video is going to be about something that I wish I had done a long time ago, but I like to mix it up a little bit here, okay? Because this is just IRL, all right, in real life. I received an email from someone that's been watching my series on reversing diabetes. And this is not a reversing diabetes with ketovore episode, but I just wanted to share this email with you because I want to share with as many people as will listen to it, because it's very important. And that little series, I think we're on episode 6 or something like that by now, but that little series that I do, it doesn't get very many views. So I'm thinking to myself here, not right now, but like a few weeks back, I'm like, should I even continue doing that? Because it doesn't get that big of a response. Well, this email that I received definitely went ahead and answered that question for me. I definitely will, because it takes only one. Let me go ahead and share with you what this person wrote to me and how her watching one video went ahead and pretty much, according to her, changed her life. For 3 years, I've been struggling with high blood sugar. I went vegetarian with no success. Your video inspired me to research Dr. Berry's info. And for those of you that don't know who Dr. Berry is, he's like one of the leading proponents toward a ketovore/carnivore diet. Right? He always talks good about it because there's really nothing bad to talk about this diet. And he pretty much encourages people to try it. Just try it and see how you feel. And that's what this person right here did. In only 9 days, their fasting blood sugar went from averaging anywhere between 140 to 160. Now that's their fasting blood sugar, meaning the blood sugar in their body that they have while having not eaten anything for a certain amount of hours. I would assume that's at least 12 or more hours if it's a fasting blood sugar. And that's pretty high. And now it's down to the low 90s. In 9 days, this person's fasting blood sugar went from averaging 140 to 160, and now it's down to the low 90s. I'm reading off a paper here, but I remember in the email she said between 92 and 95 is what it's averaging now. That, ladies and gentlemen, is incredible. And this person is currently down in 9 days, 8 pounds. All right. I would probably attribute that to mainly water weight, but still, ladies and gentlemen, inflammation is a big thing that carbohydrates and sugars like to bring to your body. And they also say something that's very important, that thank goodness I am over myself as well. And the constant liver pain has reduced to twinges. And this person finishes it off by saying, quote, ladies and gentlemen, this is not me saying it, this is them saying it to me in an email. Joining Ketovore has saved my life. So here I am thinking to myself, just because of views, right? That's what YouTubers concentrate on, is views, right? They concentrate on, oh, how many views am I getting? Should I keep doing this? Should I keep doing that? Just because the views, here I'm thinking about no longer continuing putting up those episodes, you know, and just leaving them on Patreon, because I do like to document this for myself as well, right? For later on down the line, down the years. But no, ladies and gentlemen, it's important that we share with each other our experiences, because in doing so, you don't know if you're going to be able to help one person, inspire one person, encourage one person to get out of their bubble, to get out of their comfort zone, and for them to change their lives. Not because of you, but because of them. This person's life is changing for the better, not because of me, but because of them. Because they watched a video and they decided to say, let me do a little more research on that. And they went out and looked at the information that was available to them. They took a chance. They committed to it. And then they saw the results. And now this person, in her opinion, her life is going to be much better than what it was before, because this is something that will work for her. I'm not trying to convince anyone to do anything. If anything, I would say that what I'm trying to do by reaching out as far as carnivore and as far as, you know, researching for yourselves is for you to go out there and don't stay in the same state of mind that you've lived in all your life. Only because you've been taught one thing doesn't mean that the other things don't work and couldn't work for you. So go out there, ladies and gentlemen, get up, go for a walk. It's a beautiful day outside, and don't be closed-minded. Be open-minded. Don't live in a bubble. All right. I see all of the comments that I get once in a while. You're going to get a heart attack from eating all this meat. Just be open-minded and be willing to at least do a little bit of your own research. Now, let me go ahead and show you what it is that I should have done a long time ago. Man, this would have saved me a lot of grief. All right. So that's what it looks like so far, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to wait till later on, because it's really early in the morning still. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'll have to wait till later on for the ladies to get up so I can get some help putting the 2x4s. I have to go up there that's going to hold the metal roofing. So every year I set up a little workstation, right? I've got an old door that I use as a table on top of a couple of plastic horses. And I have to cover everything up every single night. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I never thought of this. I guess it's just the stubbornness that's ingrained in my head. But I was walking through Costco the other day, and I saw something that they had on sale. And it's one of those, well, let me show you what it is. Or I don't even know what the names of them are, if they're a canopy or something like that. But let me show you. Well, here they just call it an eaved shelter. And it's made by Coleman. And it was on sale for like $50 off. And this came out to be, I think it was $109. But it's really nice and big. It's 13 by 13 feet. and it's 9 feet tall. And I figure, you know what? This is an awesome thing to have. Not only can I have the workstation that I have now, but I can actually go ahead and add another table to it so I can have even more space to work with wood or whatever it is that I'm working with out here during the building months. The only thing that I can see that I might need help with is putting the stakes into the ground, because as you can see here, they have like stakes being driven into the ground, because all of this here is all gravel, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll see what happens. Even if we have to use sandbags, we can. Wow, I didn't even notice this. Even the packaging is pretty cool. Look at this. It's got little wheels that you can use to roll this around with. And no, ladies and gentlemen, I am not being sponsored by Coleman. But if Coleman would like to sponsor me, bring it on. Now, I don't know if you can see me or not, ladies and gentlemen. My head is probably being chopped off, but this looks like a small bag of maybe tools. It kind of looks like you can put this up without tools, but oh no, the little stakes. So this has the stakes in it. So we'll see if we can drive those into the ground that I have here. And it comes, it just says to contact Coleman if you're having any problems with this, or if any parts are missing or anything like that. So, okay. And of course, it comes with a tent canvas. Right, there's the canvas. Here's the lines that you secure it with, but we'll deal with this later. I don't see any instructions. So once you're under it, you just grab this handle right here. It's got red on it, and you just push up. And you can see that it locks in place. Now I'm assuming that we have to go to each one of these legs and raise them up as high as we want. And then we can anchor all 4 corners down. But first, we're gonna go ahead and move this in place before we raise the legs up. And that there is what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. It went right over my workstation with no problem. Now, obviously, I am going to have to move my solar panels over some, because we don't want it to block any sun from the solar panels, but that's an easy fix. The last thing that we have to do before we anchor them down is, you see these little Velcros? You just take them and attach them to this. Simple stuff. It's all elementary. It's really not. If I could figure this out, let me tell you what, this is definitely not rocket science. There you go. And no owner's manual or user's manual. And look at how much room there is down here, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. There's my workstation right there. And that's just a small portion of the room that's under the canopy. So we've got plenty of room to work. We don't have to worry if it rains now. I might put up something right around here. That way rain won't come in. But I won't be worried if I go inside and I forget to cover up my tools, because they'll be more than likely, you know, pretty well protected from the rain and the sun as well. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I have my solar panels out is because I've got the Opus 2400 here. And what I do is, or what I've been doing this season so far, is I've just been leaving it out here, and I just cover it up really good to make sure it doesn't get wet or damaged. And then I just hook up all my power tools into it. And then by the time that I come out the next day, it's already at 100% full. So I just figure I'd let you know that, because I'm actually plugging in one of my rechargeable batteries for my Ryobi. And by the time that this charges up and I come back out here to work, it'll be back to 100% full. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I probably made this video about 17,000 hours long, right? But if you're still here, you are awesome, and I love you. Right? Thank you for sticking around till the end. You know, for those of you that are here, you probably already do it, but the best thing that you can do to support the channel is to let the videos run all the way through. And if you want to donate 15 or 30 seconds of your time, let an ad or two run through, because the YouTube algorithm really likes that. And when it sees that people are watching the video all the way through, it recommends the video to a lot more people, and we can maybe get a few more subscribers to come on board and become community members of our awesome little community here. But having said that, again, I hope you had a good time for our little walk, for our little building lesson, and for putting up this awesome canopy. I highly recommend it. I think it's pretty awesome. I highly recommend it. The only con that I see from this is because of my ground, that I'm not going to be able to bring those stakes down all the way through because there's so many rocks in the ground. But other than that, I think it's a really good product at a really good price, to tell you the truth. So have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.